Welcome everyone to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
So today we're tackling something pretty common in TV land, especially fantasy TV.
Right. The curse of the unfinished story.
Exactly. How do some shows, against the odds, actually deliver a satisfying ending? Avoid the cancellation acts, dodge the fan outrage.
It feels almost like a miracle sometimes.
It really does. And today we're zooming in on one show that seems to have cracked it. HBO's His Dark Materials.
Ah, yes. A fascinating case.
We're working from a really insightful Screen Rant piece called Fantasy Shows Get Canceled All the Time, but this 3-season HBO show got a perfect ending.
Catchy title. Sums it up well.
It does. So our mission basically is to figure out how they did it, what choices, what circumstances allowed His Dark Materials to stick the landing and give fans that, well, perfect ending the article talks about.
Yeah. How did it become this rare success story? Let's get into it.
Okay, first off, we know the struggle is real, right? You get invested in the fantasy world.
Totally. You learn the rules, the characters.
And then, bam, canceled. Mid-story. Drives you nuts.
Oh, it's the worst. So many great concepts just left hanging. It happens all the time.
All the time. But His Dark Materials somehow dodged that bullet.
Yeah, the article makes a big point of this. It says the series was uniquely allowed to tell the entire story laid out in the books. That's huge.
The whole story.
The whole thing. And, okay, the ending was pretty devastating, as the source puts it.
I've heard that.
But crucially, it reflects the tragedy of the original books. And apparently, fans of the books were largely satisfied. That's the key metric, isn't it?
Satisfied book fans. That's like finding a unicorn.
Pretty much. And get this, the article also claims there wasn't a single bad episode in 3 seasons.
Whoa. Okay, that's a bold claim.
Very bold, especially for something this complex.
So how did they manage that quality? I mean, there was that movie before, right? The Golden Compass?
Right, the 2007 film.
Yeah, that didn't exactly set the world on fire, did it? What went wrong there? And how did the HBO show avoid repeating those mistakes?
Well, the article calls the film much anticipated but disappointing. It apparently could have made similar mistakes as other adaptations that failed.
Okay.
But the key difference, according to the source, the TV series was just more accurate to Philip Pullman's original novels. Much more accurate.
More faithful.
Exactly. The movie specifically took out some of the controversial elements from the books.
Ah, I remember hearing about that. Trying to make it more family-friendly.
Probably, yeah. But that move deeply disappointed fans. Big time. The TV show, it didn't flinch. It embraced those harder parts.
Interesting. So fidelity was paramount.
Seems like it, definitely in this case. It makes you think about what audiences really want from an adaptation, doesn't it?
It does, especially with Pullman's books. They are not simple. The article mentions they're very complex, characters traveling between multiple worlds.
Oh yeah, each world with their own rules and species. It's sprawling stuff.
So how did the show even begin to tackle that? Visually, narratively, without just, confusing everyone?
Strategy. Pure and simple, it seems. The article highlights their core approach. Each season covered one of the books in the original trilogy.
Ah, okay. One book, one season. Makes sense.
Yeah. So season 1, back in 2019, it laid the groundwork, focused on the missing children in Lyra's Oxford, got the ball rolling.
Right, starting relatively contained.
Then season 2, in 2020, brought in Will, the other main character, from our world. That opened things up. The source does admit season 2 struggled a little with so many storylines, juggling everything, but it says it was still excellent.
Okay, a slight wobble, but still strong.
Exactly. And then season 3, in 2022, just went for it. Opens up even more alternate universes, explaining the mystery at the center of it all.
Wow. So they had to make some smart choices about what not to include, maybe.
Definitely. The article mentions they condensed or cut some of the book storylines. Smart moves.
Like combining characters.
Yeah, combining minor His Dark Materials characters for simplicity.
Yeah.
It wasn't about dumbing it down, but letting the series focus on the world building.
Which is a huge strength of the books.
Absolutely. One of its greatest strengths. And you can see it reflected in the reception, too. The Rotten Tomatoes scores are pretty telling.
Oh, lay them on us.
Okay. Season 1, 77% critics, 82% audience. Pretty solid start.
Not bad at all.
Season 2, even with those storyline struggles, 85% critics, 85% audience. So improvement.
Nice. Consistent.
And then season 3, the finale. A massive 91% from critics, the highest rated critically, and 78% from the audience.
91%. Okay, critics definitely love that ending.
Yeah, it shows that structural clarity paid off.
Structure's vital.
Yeah.
But you need the right people bringing it to life, right?
Yeah.
Especially for a coming-of-age story. The casting for Lyra and Will must have been nail-biting.
Oh, absolutely critical. The article says the series was perfectly cast, and that Lyra and Will needed actors who could convincingly portray this change over time. It's a huge ask for young actors.
So who did they get?
Daphne Keane, who was amazing in Logan, played Lyra.
Ah, right. She's fantastic.
And Amir Wilson played Will. This was his first main role, apparently.
Ah, big break.
Huge. And both were widely praised for their performances. Especially impressive given they were acting opposite some serious heavy hitters.
Like who?
Well, Ruth Wilson as Marissa Coulter. Terrifyingly good, the article says. Deceptive and terrifying.
She's always brilliant.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda as Lee Scoresby, the aeronaut and adventurer.
Oh, fun. Different vibe for him.
Totally. Plus, Andrew Scott, David Suchet, James McAvoy as Lord Asriel.
Big names.
Yeah, and McAvoy's Damon, Stelmaria, was voiced by the late Helen McCrory.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's interesting, the article notes that many of the main cast are not seen on screen because they're voicing demons or other animal characters.
That's a cool detail. It shows commitment to the world's rules.
It does. And it wasn't just about getting the plot right, but the characters. Capturing smaller details.
Yeah.
Like Lyra's cheekiness. That faithfulness again.
Getting the essence right.
Exactly. Which brings us to maybe the biggest tightrope walk they had.
The controversy.
Bingo! The books are famously controversial, especially regarding religion. How did the show handle that? That's often where adaptations blink first.
Right. They try to smooth those edges over.
Precisely. The article points out that while the show looks like it might be for kids, with the fantasy and the animal companions,
Yeah.
it's deceptive. The books and the show tackle serious existential questions around morality and religion. Deep stuff.
And that's where the trouble started with the books.
Oh, yeah. The article states the book series was extremely controversial among many religious communities. It even quotes Catholic culture, saying, "In the world of Pullman, God himself, the authority, is a merciless tyrant. His church is an instrument of oppression, and true heroism consists of overthrowing both."
Oof. Okay, yeah, that's not pulling any punches.
Not at all. And remember the movie The Golden Compass?
It ducked all that, right?
Completely avoided it, focused more on the magic and wonder, the world hopping, and fans, as we said, heavily criticized that decision.
So the TV show.
The TV show took a huge risk, especially in season 3. It leaned in. It confirmed the theme that the trilogy is essentially a warning about the danger of giving total control to organized religion.
Wow. That takes guts for a major HBO production.
Huge guts. But here's the kicker. The risk paid off. Critics didn't just praise the story. They praised its faithfulness, its close retelling of the source material, controversy and all.
So maybe playing it safe isn't always the winning strategy.
It really suggests that, doesn't it? Maybe that artistic integrity, that boldness is what ultimately connected.
So let's boil this down. We've looked at the structure, the casting, the handling of tough themes. What are the big takeaways here for anyone listening? What can we learn from his Dark Materials?
I think there's some really clear lessons, especially if you're thinking about adapting beloved complex stuff.
Okay.
Number 1, be faithful to the source material, start to finish. Tone, themes, the hard stuff included, don't water it down.
Right. Respect the original.
Number 2, smart structure is your friend. That one book per season plan was genius for managing complexity.
Keep it manageable. Got it.
3, casting is critical, especially for characters who need to evolve. Get that right. And the audience connects.
The human element.
Exactly. 4, don't be afraid to take risks if they honor the original vision. That boldness can pay off.
Be brave.
Yeah. And maybe overarching all of that is giving equal weight to both the look of the show and the tone of the central story. It needs both.
Look and feel. Substance and style.
You got it. And maybe just a final thought. Beyond all the how-to of adaptation,
Yeah.
His Dark Materials just reminds us how satisfying it is when a story with something important to say actually gets to say it, gets to reach its proper end,
Without apology.
That feeling of completion. It's rare, and it's powerful.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with something to chew on. How many other adaptations, maybe even stories in general, could be stronger, more resonant if they showed that same kind of commitment to their core spirit, even if it means making some people uncomfortable?
It's a good question worth thinking about.